What's up, it's your boy Sebastian and welcome back to the ProNerd Report channel. Today we're taking a look at Tinykin. But before we do, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot and it keeps you up to date with all things the ProNerd Report. Without further ado, let's get to it. More frequently, indie games that I didn't have on my radar come into my life, slap me across my face with a standout trait, and leave me floored by its greatness. The latest game to do so was Tinykin. So what is this game and what standout trait does it possess? Let's dive right into it. Tinykin is an aesthetically pleasing game that's a mixture of Toy Story, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and the Nintendo classic game Pikmin. It is a chill, whimsical sci-fi adventure platformer where you and your eager to help minions explore a house that is filled with parts needed for the main character Milo to build a spaceship to go back home. That brings me to the narrative. You play as Milo, a young scientist who happens to find Earth, now a planet that humans have long since abandoned. Milo teleports to the planet only to discover that he has been shrunk down to about 2 inches tall in a human-sized house. Utilizing the help of bugs that he meets called Tinykin, Milo searches the house to find parts needed to build his spaceship to go home. It's a story that's simple, but really fits this chill game. So one thing that really stood out to me about this game was the art styles. Yes, art styles plural. There's a mixture between the game's 3D levels and its 2D characters that blends in really well together. This game is gorgeously well crafted. Each level is different and detailed. I'm serious, I was stunned with the details that Splash Team put into each room that made them feel unique and all feel lived in. They killed it with the visuals of this game. Let's talk about the gameplay. In Tinykin, you wander around large open levels where you find different types of Tinykin. Just like Pikmin, each Tinykin have their own specialties and unique abilities. You start off your adventure with the red strong Tinykin who help you lift and move items, and you progressively unlock 4 other Tinykins, each with their own abilities that you utilize to help you solve puzzles in the world. I really like the creative cutscenes that you get each time you discover a new type of Tinykin. The cutscenes are really well done and the animation is perfect. The cutscenes really show the different personality styles of each Tinykin as well. Unlike Pikmin, there isn't any action or fighting in this game, so if that's what you're looking for, this is definitely not the game for you. Instead, you spend your time trying to solve puzzles and discovering hidden locations and items and platforming around. The platforming is really good. It's not great though. The jumping in this game really didn't feel that great. That's one of my rare critiques of this game. I do think the puzzles that you encounter are absolutely amazing though. I was continuously amused by the variety of puzzles and how each level used a puzzle that I've encountered before a bit differently. That variety really kept things from feeling bland and predictable. One of my favorite features, other than the puzzles, is the soap board that you get very early in the game. It's basically like this game's version of a skateboard, and it allows you to skate and slide around levels. You can even grind on ledges and up and down zip lines to traverse across the areas really quick. I love that. This game gives you a bubble that you can use to glide around areas as well. That diversity in traversal was the cherry on top of an already pretty good sundae. Now let's talk about this game's world design, the levels, and the characters that you meet along the way. Splash Team did a fantastic job in creating obstacles, structures, and walkways out of everyday household 1990s objects. It is addicting exploring everything around the house, from cupboards to the blades of a ceiling fan to the bathrooms itself. Each room has its own vibe, its own aesthetic, and it's filled with its own bug inhabitants. So each room features its own type of bugs, and you help them and they provide you with a part that you need for your ship. I'll be real with you though, I think one major flaw of this game is the bugs themselves. None of them are memorable. Like, I kid you not, I played 10 hours of this game to completion, and I can't remember a single character's name other than the Tinykins and Milo, the main character. That's a shame, but to be honest, it's just a small nitpick. I'll be honest with you, there isn't a lot of complexity in this game, but that works to the game's favor though. Real talk, it's Tinykin's simplicity that makes it a wonderful gaming experience. If you're looking for a laid-back, chill game, then this puzzle platformer is one that I'd happily recommend. I'm giving Tinykin a 7 out of 10. Definitely go check this game out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If If you want to stay up to date on all things the ProNerd Report, including more game reviews and the ProNerd Report podcast, go ahead and hit subscribe to stay up on all things the ProNerd Report. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.